Welcome back to Wonkistan. I'm shessomickey.
I'm slavicpolymath.
And I'm Cate Matthews.
We loved working with Rowan, our last guest host.
Hi!
So we thought we could use a second one to bring us back from our brief unintentional hiatus.
We've admired Kate's vlogs for a long time, so we're very excited to have her with us.
Glad to be here. Today we're going to talk about food. I made my Project for Awesome video about twice-a-week vegetarianism and the reduction of hunger. And if you read Wonkistan.com, you know that these two find food politics really interesting.
We have enough thoughts to make about 15 videos on this topic, so we hope this is the first of many conversations on food, politics, and the works.
Let's start with something you've probably heard about before. Urban gardening. Chicken keeping, urban farming, and local foodieism are cool hobbies people have nowadays, and they make for cute posts on the internet.
But urban farming also carries all sorts of sociological and political significance.
And as you can probably guess, that's the kind of stuff we dig.
Yeah, it's more than just a photogenic trend in upscale coastal cities. An article at the independent journalism site Mother Jones, linked below, reports on the crime-reducing effects of urban gardening in Chicago and Philadelphia.
In this case, the Growing Home program was founded, is run by, and benefits the people in Englewood, a poor neighborhood in Chicago.
The program is a source of employment for people who want to work where they live, as well as those who have criminal records and might find it difficult to get employment elsewhere.
Young people in Detroit are doing the same thing, reclaiming abandoned land for public use.
These are all stellar, if somewhat exceptional examples of non-professional farmers growing food with beneficial social side effects.
The urban farming we're familiar with is a different brand. Remember that the Brooklyn chicken-raising hipsters we all love to blog about exist in a very specific cultural and geographic landscape that isn't very easy to replicate outside of well-connected, affluent cities.
And that brings up another major topic in modern food discourse: privilege.
Don't run away. I know this is something the internet likes to get really angry about, but just give us a second.
Vegetarianism, veganism, and other ostensibly more sustainable options aren't choices that are available to everyone everywhere. And even if reasonably accessible, they might not be the right ones to make for a given individual or family.
Working in urban areas can result in a clash of values, and if handled poorly, all this reclaiming of the urban landscape can sound an awful lot like middle-class white people telling people of color how they should be eating.
Not to mention the idyllic image of a family sitting down to a homegrown, home-cooked meal together is not some universal ideal. It's the product of a specific, largely white, largely upper-class cultural imagining.
It takes a certain kind of person with a certain amount of privilege to regard agricultural and manual labor as a kind of romantic ideal full of beard growing and tractors and honesty and overalls.
And we're not saying that this dream is unjust or needs to be avoided.
But it's necessary to think about who's left out of the conversation when we talk about all things local, artisanal, and heirloom. And yes, it's necessary to check our privilege.
Thus endeth the Tumblr rant. No, wait, just one more. Do you like quinoa?
My mother does?
Well, she's ruining Bolivian farmers' lives.
So quinoa is a superfood, but apparently it's hurting farmers, but it's helping the economy, but it might not be, but globalization is colonialism.
Click those annotations to find out more. As you can see, there's a lot more to be said about food and all of its cultural, political, and economic side effects, and whether a balance can be struck.
We're counting on you to continue the conversation in the comments.
And if you dig it, we'd love to make more rapid-fire food thought videos in the future.
Food for thought.
Speaking of which, copious footnotes and bonus readings are in the description.
We hope you'll subscribe and follow Wonkistan.com to watch us wrestle with these kinds of questions 3 times every day.
And thanks so much to Kate for helping us out.
Thank you both.
We hope to see you again real soon.
We promise this time.